Hi, honey. Good morning. Yes. Wala. Nandito lang sa bahay. Nakaupo. Oo, inaantay ko yung text mo. Pag napatawag ka, kamusta? Kamusta ang work? Oo nga pala, day off mo ngayon. Sorry, nakalimutan ko. Anyway, I'm just waiting for you to call. Oo, i-discuss ko lang sana kung kamusta na yung plans mo for vacation. Ha? Di ba nag-usap na tayo na kailangan makauwi ka? Nag-promise ka, last year pa natin to. Ano nga, alam ko naman, naiintindihan ko naman. Pero last year pa naman natin to pinag-usapan. Tapos sasabihin mo, hindi ka makakapunta, na hindi ka makakauwi. Ayun na nga yung problem eh. Sabi mo kasi uuwi ka, tas ngayon hindi ka naman uuwi. Alam ko napapagod ka sa work, ayaw mo i-discuss yung ganitong matter. Kailan pa natin i-discuss to? O ayaw mo lang talaga umuwi? Oo, kasi masaya ka dyan. O tapos ngayon pagod ka, masakit yung ulo mo. Kasi lumabas ka kagabi, pumunta ka dun sa bar at nakipagharutan ka dun sa mga friends mo. Kung umuwi ka kaya ng maaga, nagpahinga ka, diba? Tapos tinawagan mo ko. Lagi na lang ako naghihintay sa'yo eh. Paano hindi ko maiintindihan? O dahil ikaw yung nag-work, tapos ako lang yung nandito, ako nag-aasikaso sa bahay, wala na akong ginagawa, ganon. Hindi naman po pwede na laging ganyan, na lagi na lang ako yung mag-a-adjust, na lagi na lang ako mag-aantay sa'yo. Ano, antay na lang kita forever? Huwag mo akong sigawan. Hindi rin kita sinisigawan. Nagpapaliwanag lang ako, no? Para naman, at least maintindihan mo na hindi lang sa'yo nakasalala yung buhay ko. Ewan ko sa'yo, oo, dyan ka mga babae ka, dyan ka makipagharap ka sa mga babae mo, bahala sa buhay mo. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Cornelio here. Thank you again for stopping by. Today we have a new video for you and it is all about long distance relationship. Being in a long distance relationship is not for everyone. It is not for the fainted heart. It will test every inch of your well-being and in the end, well, you might learn something about yourself. So let's hop on and see if my experiences will make you think if you really wanted to be in this kind of situation. But as always, as a quick interruption, you guys, please support this channel by clicking that subscribe button down below, and also click na rin the notification bell so you'll be notified on our next upload. So I am currently in a long distance relationship myself. My fiance is in the other side of the earth and just imagine what our setup is. I learned so much being in this kind of relationship and I continue learning and discover something about love that I never knew existed before. So the number one that I learned when you are in a long distance relationship is patience. I am one of the most impatient people in this planet. Yes, trust me. Waiting is not my thing. So I'm kind of aggressive on what I want to achieve and what I want to do in life. So therefore, LDR taught me on how to be patient and how to wait. Since we live in the opposite side of the world, I cannot be with him always and also he can't be with me always. We don't have that regular couple thing that is happening when you're not in this kind of relationship. We don't have regular date nights or regular chill days. His vacation is also limited, so we needed to work on our time together. Earlier in the relationship, most of my days, I feel like I spent it just waiting for that text and for that brief moment that I could call him or he could call me so that we could catch up, we could talk. So imagine how am I on this early age of our relationship. The good thing is learning to be patient is not impossible. You can actually do it. Delayed gratification is one of the practice that I did and still practicing right now. I train myself in simple ways. For example, when it comes to food or the things that I needed, I don't use the delivery system that often. If I needed to get something, I have to wait for that perfect timing and that perfect moment where I could go out and then get something that I needed or eat something that I wanted. And also, if I'm outside, if I feel like I have some time to spare, I go to a restaurant where there is a long line. Medyo nakakatawa siya pero effective siya kasi when you're hungry and you're waiting in a long line, it will take your patience, and promise it works. It really works. So those are the things that I tried and practiced to do, and it helped me so that I can value the waiting time and not be pressured so much on the things that I wanted, that I should get it right now when I wanted. So it's very effective. When you are in a long distance relationship, communication is crucial. It is crucial. Like what I've mentioned earlier, me and my fiance have this 12-hour time difference. So when it's time for me to go in bed, it's time for him to wake up. And we needed a specific time to meet or talk. You have to follow this certain time or else we miss the opportunity to meet each other or to talk to him or to discuss matters. You can always send text or emails, and I know a lot of you will say, well, you just text him. But for me, for us, it doesn't work quite well. Yes, we can do that. We could always do that. But what I've learned is active talking, and you have that quick response that you can get from him or from her. And when you see his or her reaction, actually, it's important for us that we have that. What I've learned when we are having misunderstanding, text or message doesn't work quite well because the tone of the message will depend on the receiver. His emotion during that night could affect on how he perceived the message itself. Have you have this experience na when he texted you and then you text it back and then he misunderstood it, or you are very upset, you send this long message and then he replied okay, right? That kind of situation is familiar to us. I mean, I've been there. So as much as possible now, if I needed to discuss something to him or you needed something to discuss to your partner, use call. You call him or you call her. And for us, what works is we do video calls. In that way, I could see his reaction and he could see my reaction. So it's easier for us to communicate well and to understand well what each other wants. So be careful when you send a text message or a chat, especially if you are in a difficult situation. Sometimes you mean well, but the others might not feel like that. So it is very important that if you are in a difficult situation, that you talk it through a phone call or a video call. Number 3 is knowing your partner's love language. Knowing your partner love language will save you a ton of tampo and a ton of away. Sobrang hirap nito, especially at first. And you are in this kind of relationship, you need to observe your partner, and it is hard to do that because you are miles apart and you don't see each other much often. It is our responsibility to know what our partners love languages, what makes them happy, what makes them mad. And even if it's uncomfortable for you, you tend to do that because you love someone. For example, your partner's love language is time. and he wanted to talk to you when he wakes up so that he could start the day with you. His priority knocks. So he could talk to you first before he do anything else. And for me, I'm very flattered because he wants to start his day with me even if I'm not with him. O diba, nakakakilig yun? Pero what if yung morning niya, it will be your time to sleep or it's your 3 a.m. Diba ang hirap? Ang hirap gumising. Lalo na pag hindi ka naman morning person. Pero you'll do that because that is your partner's love language. Having to sacrifice just a little tiny bit, or it's not tiny, I don't know. So you'll have to sacrifice in order for them to make them happy because you love them. You want to make them happy. So another example would be, for example, I'm a girl. So my love language is words. I want my partner to say to me how he loves me or how he takes care of me or how beautiful I am or how awesome a partner I am. So that is my love language, that words, like words that would make me feel more confident about myself, that would make me want to go on and, you know, open the door of possibilities. And I like the support of his words. But the problem is my partner is not a very worldly person. So he doesn't talk too much, he doesn't do that too much. So you have to be clear with your partner that this is what makes you happy and this is what makes you feel good about yourself or about the day. And for sure, if he loves you, he will do that because he wanted to make you happy. It's really different for everybody, ha? Both of you need to talk it out first and you need to sort things out. So, mas maganda na alam nyo yung love languages ng isa't isa para mas pleasant yung relationship nyo and mas alam nyo, mas fiery. Fiery ba tawag dun? Basta mas siya, mas magaan yung relationship. So next one, or fourth one, is having your own life. Not in a negative way, but in a very positive way. So you need to be doing something else aside from just waiting for a phone call or waiting for a text or waiting for your phone to ring. You have to fill your days if you are working, or if you have a hobby, you have to do your hobby, or have time with your friends, go out with your friends. If nanay ka, you can focus on your kids, have a me time, go out with your friends also. Even if you are a housewife or you are a housemaker, you need to have time for yourself. It is very important to know what makes you happy even if you are by yourself, because in a long distance relationship you are always alone or your partner is not with you all the time. So remember, your happiness should not be dependent on other person. Even if we talk the love language is just an additional. But the main thing is you should know in yourself what makes you happy. You need to find that happiness so that you will not look for that on somebody else. Even if before you enter in a relationship, kailangan sure ka na masaya ka kung ano yung meron ka, kung ano ka, contented ka, kung ano yung buong pagkatao mo, because if you met someone, the happiness overflows. Hindi yung partner mo yung magpupuno sa iyo. Diba, karaniwan nakikita natin, pinuno niya kasi yung kulang sa puso ko. That's not good. You have to be happy first. Kasi anong ibibigay mo sa kanya kung ikaw mismo kulang din, diba? Growing individually should be one of your topic. You should talk about it. At the end of the day, alam mo yung ang dami yung mapag-uusapan kasi may ginagawa ka sa buhay, hindi ka lang basta nag-aantay sa kanya. If he really loves you, he have to understand that you should also grow as an individual and he should support that. Because you are supporting him also. That's why you're apart, diba? Because you have a goal. So you are supporting him on his goal. He should support you also on your own goal. So the thing is, again, it will always boil down to communication. You have to talk it out. Tell your partner that I will not be waiting for you. I will not sit on this house for a long day just to wait for you. I needed to do something that would make me feel accomplished, and something na masasabi kong nag-grow ako each and every day. And number 5, our last one, is having the same belief. Each and every single one of us is a different person. So imagine how these two completely different individuals become one in a relationship. And it will always boils down into your belief. And under this belief is the word trust. So what I'm going to say is just completely my preference, my experience. So I'm not going to impose or judge anyone. This is just me, just a disclaimer. This is my preference only. So when I became a fully fledged Christian, or when I made the decision to completely be serious about my faith, I decided that I will only want a godly man or a Christian man to be my husband. He must know and love Jesus, nothing more, nothing less. It is important to me because if we have the same belief, we may crash on some other stuff. But when it comes to our relationship, God will always be the center of it. I will always have that peace in my heart that my partner will always answer to God at the end of the day on how he treats me, how he values me, or how he made me feel on our entire relationship. And me also, that would be vice versa. I do know that our faith is the one thing that bind us together right now, and we had so much learnings up to this day. Our relationship is not perfect and it will never be perfect, but knowing how God works in both of us made me feel secure that this man whom I am going to submit to in the future is an honorable and a man of God. We both trust in the Lord in our relationship. Even if we are far from each other, we have that trust and peace that soon we will be together again, till death do we part. So just a piece of advice: to not enter into any type of relationship if you're not in it in the long run, because you guys, hearts will be breaking and we don't want that. So what do you think? If you have any reaction, comment, suggestion, or just any kind of reaction, you can always comment them down below so that I could read them. Thank you again, guys, for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again on my next video.